Hey guys, it's the Tippler 3848 here, and what we've got kind of going on right here is a new series. Woo! I'm doing quite a lot on my channel at the moment because I'm enjoying it. So, as you've probably guessed, this one is on The Sims 4. Basically, everything else I do is kind of hectic and a bit crazy. Like the card is full action for sort of 10 minutes. My FIFA videos are very sort of cut, get to the goals, get to this, get to that. All my pack openings are all sort of a bit crazy, hoping desperately that EA helps you out. And just want to mention that t-shirt, by the way. That is a fantastic t-shirt. I think it must be a take on the funny Amazon review with the Wolves t-shirt. If you haven't seen that, then you need to go and Google that somewhere because it's hilarious. But the function of this video is going to be a Sims 4 gameplay. I'm not going to comment too much on what we're doing in the background because I'm just sort of setting the sim up. We've just moved into the new place. I'm going to buy the normal stuff: a cooker, a bed, a toilet, a shower, the normal stuff. I will mention sort of one or two bits as and when they come up, but mostly I want to talk about what I'm trying to achieve with this new series. So I've seen kind of a lot of other people doing a kind of get to know your YouTube person series, which I think is a really good idea, because getting people to kind of listen to you and understand where you came from and therefore why you got here it makes sense to me. And I don't want to always do the sort of crazy stuff. I love playing The Sims. It is kind of a chill out game. So this new series, just bear with me, is going to be called Sims Sunday. I'm going to do one every single Sunday, and we're just going to chill out and sort of have a chat about where my channel is at the moment, where we want it to get to, some stupid kind of stories from me, from my past, sort of an explanation of who I am. Although it's kind of hard to explain who you are in that kind of sense, but we're going to give it a damn good go. And that's pretty much it. But I'm obviously, aside of this one, I'm going to maybe kind of commentate a little more when we got some exciting stuff going on in the background, but right now I'm just putting a shower in and nobody cares about that. So to kind of kick off this whole thing, these videos are going to kind of vary between sort of 8 and 10 minutes long, depending on what I'm doing in The Sims at the time and what I'm talking about. If I've got more to talk about, then it'll be slightly longer, sort of between 10 and 11 minutes. When I haven't got as much to talk about, it's going to be sort of 7, 8, 9-ish. So this one's going to be about 11, I think, just because we're setting it out. What we want to do, what's going to happen, and see if people like it is eventually the goal. So just to start off, a little bit about me. You obviously know that my name is Todd, because of the COD with Todd series. I'd be a complete idiot if I just made up a name to do that. Then again, I did make up a name, the Tippler. So yeah, I am an idiot, but that's fine. There's another fact about me. I am, at this moment in time, 29 years old. Yeah, let that sink in for a minute. I know a lot of people doing sort of YouTube channels are teenagers and people like that, but I've watched YouTubers over the past kind of sort of 5 years, 4 or 5 years. Sort of watched them before it got properly popular as it has done now, and it's not just got popular, it's exploded. Like, you would never have seen these numbers of sort of gameplay channels back in when I started watching them. But hey, that's what happens. It grows a demand for them. Channels like Machinima and companies like Machinima come along and they start monetizing something that people were doing just as a bit of fun, as a hobby, and then all of a sudden everybody wants to do it. Everybody wants to get their hands on some of them Yocho pennies. Obviously that's not what I'm in it for. This is kind of I'm not going to say a stopgap, because I'm really enjoying doing it, and it's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. So, and I've never really had kind of the money and everything else that it took to kind of put down to get the recording device. A decent microphone goes a long way. I'm using the Blue Snowball, by the way, which a lot of people use, and I've seen a lot of kind of reviews for, and it does seem really good for me. But I've just got a laptop, which I do all the editing and everything on, any post-commentary work, whatever. But yeah, it's taken me a little while to get here. My life's been kind of mental the last couple of months with my working situation, but I'm not going to bore you with that right now, because that's not really what I want to talk about. So, I'm 29. That's all that you need to know from that kind of whole thing. And a lot of people say that I look young for a 29-year-old, but I don't really mind that, because I guess when I get older it might be good for me. Looking 30 when you're 50 might be okay. But knowing my luck, I know that I'm going to be one of these people who sort of goes to bed when they're 35 and they look about sort of 25, and then you're going to wake up 36 and look about 70. So, but we'll wait and see, the ravages of time and all that fun. But that whole thing doesn't really bother me. Just grow old. Everybody grows old, so it's going to happen to all of us. Don't worry so much about what people think about the way you look. As long as you're happy, it does not matter at all. But to kick off a couple of stupid stories about my kind of background and whatever. Before I get into that, I have to mention that TV. I know it says in the menu that it's for kids, but it's a penguin. I'm not going to say that I'm obsessed by penguins, but I'm a big fan of what they do. They're just lovely creatures. But I've rambled on for about nearly 8 minutes now, and you have got to know very little about me. You know my name and my age, so let's crack on with these stupid stories. And I mentioned the age because that's what these stories are kind of about. My struggles with having a young face. I've got sort of 2 or 3, maybe 4 stories sort of around that. My first one is a very quick story. I went into a shop about 2 years ago, so I would have been 27, and I got ID'd buying an energy drink. And that's just humiliating at 27. The guy nearly fell over when I gave him my ID, and I can't blame him, because it was just ridiculous that he asked me for it, really. I didn't know that energy drinks even had an age restriction on them. I guess it makes sense they do because of the high levels of taurine, caffeine and sugar, but anywho. The thing that made that worse is he said, "Can I see your ID please, sir?" It's like, well, if I'm old enough, or I look old enough for you to call me sir, surely you shouldn't be IDing me, you absolute idiot. But still, give him the ID. It's all water under the bridge now. Second one, I was once out at an establishment which sold alcoholic beverages, and I got ID'd in the same place 5 times in one night. That's ridiculous enough in itself. The more ridiculous point is the girl who ID'd me, she ID'd me 3 out of the 5 times, had the same birthday as me. So it's like, surely you would remember someone with the same birthday as you and not ID them constantly. I get that she probably saw loads of faces that evening, but whatever. So that's story 2. Story 3 of my ID young face hell is that I went to, this was a different establishment selling some very similar fermented beverages, and I bought said alcoholic beverage, absolutely no problem, not ID'd. I thought, okay, that's cool. So I went back up, I spotted something that I liked, asked for it, got ID'd. Now, what was the offending item, you asked? Oh, of course, it was banana bread, which is a cake with chocolate sprinkles in it, or chocolate chips. It's like, what else are you putting in your banana bread? But the last one was in a well-known supermarket chain, and she actually had to call over her manager because she did not believe that my face was my age. Which was, you know, kind of humiliating. But I hope this series means something to someone. I hope you want to get to know me better. So, you know, and hear some of my ridiculous stories. So I'm going to end it there for this one. Nothing interesting in the gameplay, but what I'm going to do is I'm obviously going to commentate a little more next time. I'll have some more stupid stories, and hopefully we can just grow it from there. But I hope you have enjoyed what this has to offer. Just a nice chilled out video for a Sunday. So if you did like, then hit the like button, chuck a subscribe my way if you want to see some more. I'll do one each week. Sims on Sunday, or Sim Sunday. I haven't decided what I'll call it. I'll upload it and then I'll decide. But yeah, I hope this does well. I hope you guys think it's a good idea, and hopefully I can bring some of my more random stories to the frame, because I have a lot of random stories, some more outlandish than others, but we'll have a look and see. So thanks for watching, and I will hopefully see you for some more Sims on Sunday, or Sims Sunday. I will decide later. Thank you.